Hola, beautiful people. It's your girl, Miss Amazing, so amazing, and welcome back to another episode of What's the Tea, my little teacups. Now, guys, I think we are definitely in reboot overload. All of our shows are being rebooted. Just the other day, I did a video about the game and how that has just been rebooted. Now it's time to get into Sex and the City because there's so much stuff surrounding Sex and the City. This might be a longer video than my usual 10 to 12 minutes because it's just so much going on. Like, first of all, Sex and the City, the movie, the last addition to Sex and the City was 11 years ago. What took y'all so long? And then I kind of feel half-assed. And I'm definitely going to get into why I feel half-assed because they decided to play with me. Y'all lucky I love me some Carrie. Okay, so let's just break it down. Why did we have to wait 11 years to get the next addition to Sex and the City? It ended off pretty, very final. Big and Carrie finally got together. Charlotte got her own baby and an adoptive baby. Samantha was doing her thing with the publicity thing, and I don't know why. Miranda, oh my God, I could not remember her name to save my life. Miranda finally got back with her husband. They had their son. They was doing the damn thing. So what made Sex and the City come back 11 years later? I don't know. But one thing I do know is that they left my girl out. Well, technically they didn't leave out. She left herself out. So for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people, nobody really knew that Samantha and Carrie had problems in real life. Sarah Jessica Parker and Sam Cottrell? Not Sam Cottrell. Something Cottrell. God, listen, I do not know this girl's real name, and I'm sad that I don't. But yes, Samantha and Carrie in real life have real issues. They didn't like each other, all this, that, and the third, so Samantha refused to come back. First of all, is there really a Sex in the City without Samantha? And not saying that the other ladies can't do it, because this reboot is actually really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to get into the more recent episodes, but I'm just trying to lead up to why some people are not watching it and why some people are, and how I'm going to get you guys to join me. So right now, the show is up to about 3 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. The first reason I feel down half-ass is no Samantha. Okay. We have Carrie, we have fashion, and we got shoes. I can get jiggy with that. You know, I'm more of a Carrie Bradshaw. Secondly, you went and changed the name on the sister. And it's just like that, and just like that, and just like that, and just like that. It's growing on me. And just like that. Gosh, that's another reason why I feel half-assed. But besides that, honestly, the show is really good. It opened up well. I was happy to see all the ladies looking marvelous in their older age. So let's get to the meat and the potatoes, guys. I made that for dinner tonight, steak and potatoes. It came out amazingly well. My mama taught me well. Anyway, Miranda, 2021 Miranda, it's, still into law. She's now going back to school to get another degree, and her son is 18. They allowed his girlfriend to start spending the night, and they are humping like rabbits. It's actually disrespectful how much sex they are having in the room right next to his parents. I knew when I came home from college, it was going to be some spending the night happening, because you can't go from living in a dorm and having a dude over to being back home and not being able to do the same thing. So I get it, but he didn't even go to college yet. What I do really appreciate, my braids is doing the most right now. Anyway, what I do really appreciate is that they didn't kill Samantha's character off. They would have been doing the most if they try to say something tragic happened to Samantha, it probably would have been like a sex accident or something. And they would have tried to make it like funny so we forget that they're killing our bitch off. But they just went through a friendship breakup. That's all it was. Samantha decided to cut them hoes off, go to Paris, mind you. How funny how she go to Paris when Carrie was the one who really wanted to live in Paris. And everybody know that because she lived in Paris for a little bit with that little French guy she was dating. Anywho, Charlotte has her 2 daughters. They are so grown up and beautiful, Lily and Rose. She's still married to her little Jewish man who's actually hilarious. Like, he's like a little pocket-sized Jewish man. He's so cute. She's living the dream that she always wanted. She wanted to be a wife, a mother, and a stay-at-home mom. And I think that's what she's doing because I don't think sis works in like the art galleries and shit no more. She's just home with the dog and the kids and all of that stuff. You know, she had to fire her nanny in Sex and the City 2, the movie, because, you know, sis was walking around with nipples out and shit, not around my husband. What? You trying to breastfeed my kid or something? I get off topic a lot. I gotta stop. Back to Sex and the City. Now we get to Carrie, and she's still with Big. They're still living in a penthouse that they bought and designed themselves with a large closet for all her shoes and shit. And they got the nerve. This is the last reason why I feel half-assed. In the very first episode, the last few minutes, y'all gonna kill Mr. Big? How y'all gonna do that to me? You know how long I waited for them to be together? Even when they wasn't supposed to be together, and she didn't deserve him and he didn't deserve her. And they fought for love, and y'all gonna kill Mr. Big off? And then use a Peloton bike, so now you causing shit in the real world and the Sex and the City. Now, everything I have explained to you guys has happened in the first episode. Miranda and Steve letting Brady fuck like rabbits with his little Spanish girlfriend, and Charlotte and her kids, and, you know, her husband doing the damn thing, and Samantha friendship breaking up with their asses for whatever reason. They didn't quite explain because she's not responding to them. Go figure. And them killing Mr. Big. Say what? Say what? Now, fast forwarding through the second episode, because it was very like, you know, planning the funeral type shit, you know, all of that stuff. But this third episode, at first I thought it was like, I don't really feel like watching it. But something kept telling me to watch it besides the fact that I wanted to make a video about it. Now, the third episode, they are finally getting into like all of 2021's issues or things that are going on in the real world. Like, they are really tapping into getting a black Sex and the City girl in the mix. You know, they got Nicole Ari Parker up there playing a mom. You know, she is a mom already, and like very sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? Like the black version of Charlotte. That's what they call her on the show, the Black Charlotte. They're tapping into the LGBTQ plus community with a new character named Shay, who I think is gorgeous, by the way. I think I have a girl crush on her. She's cute. I like her. Now, with Charlotte, Lily, who is her adoptive daughter, she's so girly and she loves dresses and the pink and the hair and things of that nature. But Rose, who is her biological daughter, she is the exact opposite of that. Like, she likes to skateboard and wear baggy clothes. And yesterday's episode, she did not want to be called girl anymore. Like, her mom would call her baby girl and she's like, don't call me that. And Charlotte's like, but you'll always be my baby. Like, you know, how any parent would say, you'll always be my baby girl. And she's like, not the baby part, Mom, the girl part. And it frightened the hell out of Charlotte because she comes from a time where there's boy, there's girl. Like, that's it. And now she has to open up her mind to something different. Miranda, on the other hand, in real life, she is an activist for lesbians and gay rights and things of that nature. Well, let me not specify lesbians. She is an activist for the LGBTQ community, and she does all of like fighting for their rights and marriage and all of that good stuff. So it's funny to see how now in episode 3, they are now starting to change her dynamic from being married to a man to now possibly, in my head, this is what I think is going to happen, being attracted to a woman. Like, she wants to be out and around my girlfriend Shay, because she's fun, y'all. Do you see the picture? I'm gonna post it again. Do you see it? She's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm sorry, that's sidetracked. Aside from the fact that she's trying to steal my woman on the show, I'm excited to see how they transition her out. Will she come out as bi, or will she just say that Steve is not what she wants anymore, which is her husband? It's like, I'm really interested to see how they play both things with Charlotte and her daughter, and Miranda, her husband, and my girlfriend Shay, because both are such sensitive topics, but not really sensitive because it's so normalized now. It's like the show is doing what it's supposed to do. It's making people think, it's giving conversation, it's making people wonder, like, how would I handle it, or how should it be handled, or what is the right way to handle it? So I hope they really nail it in the show, because a lot of people are going to be waiting to see. Carrie is being Carrie as usual. I relate to her so much. It's bad and sad and great, because fashion wise, shoes wise, advice giving wise, amazing. I love those things. I love to emulate those things. But her being in her head, thinking the worst, and then finding out it's not, and then feeling sorry for herself, that is definitely part of me too. It's like, sis, Big left a will. He basically gave his money to charity, things of that nature, made sure she was okay, the house is hers, this, that, and the third. And then he left his ex-wife $1 million. Why? Why? I'm just dying to see how they really play this series out, because it's off to a good start. It's starting out with some topics that are at the top of conversations everywhere, podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. So I hope that they deliver it in a way where the communities aren't feeling disrespected, and so that others can understand that community that they are relating to. And just like that, we are coming to the end of the show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of What's the Tea with Amazingly. That's my dance. You see my dance? And don't forget to follow Knockout Treats. Holla.